Filter faces. All right, so you're going to be putting together your portraits in 4x4 um, and applying filters. So make sure that your portrait that you're going to use is on your desktop or somewhere where you can get to it. You're going to open up Photoshop. All right. We're going to create a new document. So File New. This is a size we haven't used before. You're going to go to Print, and then you're going to look for A3, and that's a special kind of size that we're going to print on for this project. So click on A3, and then over on the right side, as you are going, you can change it to inches if you're more comfortable with that. Anything that you choose is really okay up here. You're going to choose between landscape and portrait. Now my picture is portrait, so I'm going to use portrait. If you took a wide shot or you're using a wide shot, you'll use the landscape option. Click OK. Have my base image open, my base paper. Okay, and then I'm going to go and file open the image of myself that I have on my desktop. All right, happens to be my yearbook picture from last year. Okay, so I can toggle between the two files that I have open. I'm going to use my move tool and drag into the new area and drop. Adjust it up to the top left corner. I've got two layers, my background and my first layer. I'm going to make sure on my first layer, I'm going to edit free transform, holding the shift key down and kind of guess how many would fit across by 4. Okay, so I'm just going to eyeball it. When I get it where I want it, I'm going to hit the return key. I'm going to make a copy now. So I'm going to pull my layers up so you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. All right, I'm going to drag layer 1 down to the little piece of paper icon, which makes a copy. And then I'm going to move it over. If you hold your shift key down while you're moving your images around, it'll actually kind of stick to a grid formation. If not, it'll still kind of bounce to it. All right, until you get 4 across. Now you notice my last one is hanging off. So obviously I've got to free transform them. Well, I'm going to do them all at the same time. And so a way to do that is to click on the top or the bottom one and then hold down the shift and click the opposite end. And then go to edit free transform, and then you'll be able to hold the shift key down and do them all at the same time for the whole row. And when you get them the way you want to, you're going to hit the return key. And then you've got all 4 of them still selected in the right-hand column. Now you might click and accidentally unselect them. That's totally fine. But you can re-click, have the 4, and you can copy all 4 at the same time. And so this makes it easier for you to kind of make a whole copy of the row until you get 16 all the way down your paper. Okay. Now you have a little bit of white space at the bottom, probably. You can crop that by using the crop tool on the left side, pop it out, hit the return key when you get it where you want to, and now you have your 16 layers of yourself in which we can now filter. I'm going to start at the bottom just because that's actually the first one at the top. And you're going to go up to the top to Filter and Filter Gallery. Now, Filter Gallery is going to open up this new menu interface. You've got all of these different options that you can pick on the right side here. There's different folders that have different kinds of styles. They have adjustments on the right panel. So you can actually kind of spend a good bit of time in here playing around. I kind of like the ones towards the bottom because then they start to get a little less picture-like and look more like drawings. You can adjust how they look. When you get something the way you want it, you're going to click OK, and it's going to apply that filter to the layer that you applied it, that you were on. All right, so these color boxes right here are real important because in some of the filters, it relies on the colors you have chosen over there. So you can change the foreground and the background color to whatever you'd like before you go back into the filter gallery. Make sure you're on the next layer. Go to filter. Now you'll notice there's a filter gallery at the top and a filter gallery where we were. The one at the top just remembers the last filter you used. So if you click on it, it just applies that filter. That's not what we want to do. You want different filters. So you're going to go back into filter gallery and you're going to choose something else. And there's some really cool ones right there. You can adjust, play around, find something that you'd like. We're going to be printing these out. So if you want a specific color scheme, then think about that as you're going. Just making some adjustments here. And then I'm going to click OK. And it applies it. So you're just going to keep going this way. You're going to go into filter gallery, pick something else you'd like to use, adjust it in a manner that you like, hit OK. Move up to the next layer. Unlike your cell phone filters, you can't apply a filter on top of another filter here. If you don't like a filter and you click OK, you would have to go back in and undo it. So by going to Edit, Undo, and then just go back into the filter gallery. So a new filter won't apply over the top of a filter. I'm going to finish this one row, and then I'm going to pause the video and kind of do the other ones not in front of you to save time. And then I'll show you how to wrap it up. So now that I have all of my filters done, I like what I have. I need to flatten my image in order to turn it in. So I'm going to go click the three little lines, hit Flatten Image. It's one layer. That's what I need to make sure that I save it as a JPEG. So you're going to go File, Save As, name your file. Hopefully you put your name in your file. Click on Desktop so it's easier to find for you to turn it in, and make sure that it's a JPEG file, JPEG. Hit OK. OK. Close out your files. Find it on your desktop. There you go. That's a file you'll need to turn in.